Hi budget babes, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here or returning, my name is Julia Creations. I teach people how to budget and get their finances on track. These are real clients' budgets that I have permission to repost. So guys, today's budget, we're not going to be focusing on debt, we're going to be focusing on saving. So in this example, my client was struggling to figure out where she has a savings at within her money. She just wants to get better at saving and spending and all that stuff. So what we're going to do is we are going to set her up a bi-weekly budget here, and yeah, let's get into it. So this budget is a perfect example for my budget babes and budget bros who want to get into just getting a consistent budget, figuring out where their money is going, being able to set things up like that. So we're going to get straight into it. So the monthly income that we're bringing in per month is going to be $2,600 per month. So let's go ahead and set up the bi-weekly here. Hold on. So we got $2,600 per month, and these are the pay dates here. Let me move my sleeve, sorry you guys. The payday, one payday is going to be 4/12, and the other payday is going to be 4/26. So each check would total to $1,300 here for the bi-weekly budget. So we're gonna break this down to a bi-weekly budget, but first we're gonna start with the monthly overview like we always do, just to get a glance of everything going on. So let's go ahead and write in our fixed expenses versus our variable expenses. I'm gonna go through and fill this in. Fixed are gonna be our expenses that are usually the same every month. Variables are gonna be our expenses that vary each month. So we're gonna go through and fill this out and come right back. Alright you guys, now that we wrote down our expenses, we're going to go ahead and add this up to see our monthly overview, and then we're going to break this down. So let's go ahead and add up all of our fixed here. 140 plus 89 is going to total to 1161. Then we got gas here for 60, groceries for 180, then we got eating out for 320, and then we got hair for 180. So 740 plus 1161 is going to be 1901 for our total of expenses. So let's go ahead and find our cash surplus, which is going to be our money left over after our bills and expenses. 2,600 minus 1901. Which is going to be $699 is how much we have left over after our bills and expenses. So now we're going to go ahead and break this down to a bi-weekly budget. So let's get into it. So the first week that's coming up would have been March 31st to March 17th. I mean, sorry, not 17, guys. I don't know what I have going on today. March 7th. My brain is just all over the place today. So March 7th. So we have already passed this week, or to April 7th. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Sorry, you guys. I'm air bubbled today. So we're going to have April 7th here. So we don't have any income coming in this week. We're paid the previous week, so any bills that came out would have had to have been covered with that check. So the next week that's coming up is going to be April 8th to the 14th. The next week we have coming up is going to be April 15th to the 21st. So we're going to start with this week over here. So we know we get paid on the 12th of this week, so this pay period would be from April 8th to the 14th. We do get paid $1,300. So let's go and look at what bills are going to come out. So our car payment comes out bi-weekly, so every time we get paid we have to pay our car payment. So our car payment would come out this week, which we're going to take $560. And we're going to divide that by 2 here, which is going to be $280 for our car payment. So then we also will have our car insurance coming out. Our car insurance comes out on 19th. We don't get paid the week of the 19th. We have 0 income coming in. So this check would also have to cover our car insurance, which is going to be $112. It also have to cover basically all these bills that come through. So we'll have our water bill that's going to come out. And we also have our Wi-Fi bill, which is going to come out. And then we'll also have our electric and our phone. So the reason why I wanted to do this example, because we're going to make a better situation where we're not going to have all this stuff piled up. Sometimes you guys have a lot of bills that are coming out at the same time, and we can adjust that so you can actually feel like you're saving more and get your savings together. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So we got our car payment, which is going to be $280. So $280 plus $112 plus $140 plus $120 plus $140 plus $89. We already have $881 of our dollars going to our fixed expenses. So now we need to go over our variables. So our variables, we spend about $30 on gas every 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I think she works from home. And then we already went grocery shopping with her last check, so she said she didn't need to go grocery shopping this week. So maybe we could do some eating out this week, which would be $60, what we have in our budget. And we're definitely going to cut this from $320. We're not going to be doing $320 each month. We're actually going to cut that in half and do about maybe $120 per month, so we can save some money here, because our goal is to get our savings together. So we get our hair done around this time as well. So we're going to cut this eating out down, but you guys will see when we mark everything up here. So let's go ahead and add this up. 30 plus 60 plus 180 is going to be 270. 270 plus 881 for our total of expenses is going to be 1151. So now we're going to go ahead and find our cash surplus, which is going to be $1,300 minus 1151. 1,300 minus 1151 is going to be able to put $149 in our savings. So we are a little tight this week because we had so much coming out. So the goal for this budget, you guys, is I want to talk about separating and making it easier for yourself. So the next week that's coming up here is going to be April 15th to the 21st. We don't have any bills that's coming out. We don't get paid again because we already covered our bills that would come out on the 19th. All of her bills technically come out on the 19th. She doesn't have any credit cards, but she's still struggling with how to save her money. So what we're going to do starting this next week that's coming up will be, I'm sorry you guys, so the next week will be April 21st or 22nd to the 28th here. So April 2nd to April 28th will be coming up, and then we'll have April 29th to May 5th, and then we'll have May 6th to May 12th. All right, so we don't have any expenses that come out the 22nd to the 28th here. Let's go back and look at our budget. So most of our expenses come out on the 19th of each month. So what we want to do is we want to pre-plan ahead. The only thing that we for sure would have is the car payment, since the car payment's on a bi-weekly budget, that's going to come out again. So the car payment, we would have to spend $280 again. And then we don't have any expenses that would technically be due. So now we can prepare for May 19th, because May 19th is when all of our bills are going to come out again. So why don't we go ahead and get a head start on some of these bills? So why don't we take the car insurance and the water and put it on this pay period? So when the end of the month comes up and we have the 19th coming again, we won't have as many bills coming out. Because right now, as you can see, she has a tight week where she's paying everything. So let's break this down, and that way we won't have to keep worrying about tightness and our bills will be spread out and we're already pre-ahead. So we're going to go ahead and grab our car insurance and our water bill, and we're going to go ahead and add that to this week here. I'm just going to put a piece of paper, guys, so the eraser doesn't go away. So we're going to go ahead and put our car insurance, which is $112. Then we're going to put our water bill, which is $140. Because this next week that's coming up, May 6th to the 12th, would have to cover all the bills that come out on the 19th. So why don't we already get a head start? So we're for sure going to need gas again. We have to fill up our gas tank every 2 weeks. And then we haven't went grocery shopping, so we're going to go ahead and put groceries in here for $180. And then we're going to go ahead and honor some eating out again for $60. And this budget is just to get everything on track, to get more organized. So $280 plus $112 plus $140. Our fix are going to total to $532. Sorry, you guys, I got the hiccups. Then we got gas for $30, groceries for $180, and then eating out again, we're going to put for $60. Is going to be $270. So $270 plus $532 is going to total our expenses to $802. We got paid again $1,300. So $1,300 minus $802 is going to give us $498 to put in our savings. Boom. So now when the next week comes up, we don't get paid again. So we don't have any expenses that are coming out this week. Now let's see what we'll have to pay for again according to our budget. So we've already got a head start. We paid off our car insurance, our water. We're still going to have to pay off our Wi-Fi, our electric, and our phone. But that's better than trying to pay off our car payment, our car insurance, our water, our Wi-Fi, our electric, and phone in one bill. So now it's broken down. So we're going to go ahead and do now on this budget. We're going to go ahead and add our car payment again, because our car payment's going to come out again, which is going to be $280. Then we're going to go ahead and cover our Wi-Fi, which is $120. And then we have our electric here again, which is going to be $140. And then we have our phone bill, which is going to be $89. All right, and then we'll need our gas tank again. Then we'll do $60 for eating out and possibly get our hair done again. So eating out, $60. Then we have gas here, which is going to be $30. And then we have hair, which is going to be $120. So $280 plus $120 plus $140 plus $89 is going to be $629. That's going to be our total for our fix. And then our variable, 60 plus 30 plus 120 is going to be 210. 210 plus 629 is going to put our total of expenses at 839. So we have 1300 minus 839 will give us $461 in our savings. All right, you guys, so this is how we would set up a budget to help us see where our money is going. So what was happening is she had so many things coming out at once that there wasn't really a space to work on saving. So we cut some things and we moved some things around, and now we're able to pay off our car payment and build our or not pay our car payment off, but not have too much going at once, so we can prioritize saving. So for anybody that's wanting to know, well, how much do I have left over after each check? Where do I have wiggle room? Where can I work on paying off my debt? This is the perfect example for that. So you're gonna go through, write down what bills to cover each. The cycle repeat, and she may honestly wind up saving more money each month, because the next week that's coming up, this April 22nd to April 28th, is going to be an exact duplicate for May 22nd to May 28th. So we'll wind up actually saving more since we cut the eating out down. So we're looking at $498 plus $461 for the month would double our cash surplus from $699 to almost we're just gonna say the high 800s. It's looking at the 900s, but we're just gonna round up to about the 800s there for our cash surplus. So I hope this budget was helpful. I know I ran through it really quickly, so if you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to ask them in the comments below. And remember, guys, we cut the eating out down to $60 every 2 weeks instead of $320, so we could save some more money for our cash surplus. And you can see the difference here within the breakdowns that we have at the end of each paycheck. I hope this was helpful, guys. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe, and tag a friend below, or let me know if you have any questions or concerns. All products can be found at JuliaCreations.com.